All right, there we go. Fantastic.
And go.
Hey, Blue Table fans! I can't do shockwave of happiness.
I know, it almost did hit me. Don't do it.
Of course not. Oh. Hey, so we're gonna, this is the welcome to the morning show.
And it's actually morning.
It is actually morning.
Before 11. I'm doing a morning show before 11. Oh, this is risky.
Now, when you work with somebody for years, you notice certain things after a while.
Yeah.
And I've just recently noticed that Shannon's no good before 11:30. She comes in.
It's about 11.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well,
it's 10:22 right now, and I'm
she's
doing pretty good.
Actually,
yeah. I'm doing pretty good today. I think it was because I was stuck in my house all weekend. I had a sick kid, so we were literally stuck at home, and we couldn't go anywhere, dealing with vomit and fevers and all that fun stuff. Ooh, yay! It's not fun.
I love the smell of vomit.
Do you?
No,
I can't get the smell of vomit
Okay.
out of my nose holes. I can't do it. So maybe I was like a little too excited to come to work today. I was like, yay, people, not kids.
Other adults.
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
Yeah.
But I'm not getting better. I don't know what I'm talking about. Today's a rarity. I suck before 11 o'clock. And I have to have like a cup of coffee, usually tea, and then I'm a lot better. I don't know why that is. But on the reverse side, you are horrible at night. Past like 8 p.m., Sean's like, bleh!
That's right. In our household, there's a rule to stay away from the bear's den after 9 p.m. Dead serious. Don't make noise.
Yeah.
Don't go in there. Just because I pass out and I can't. I'm no good.
Yeah.
So
we
I
can
think
play
it's just physiological. You know, I think some people are morning people, which is extolled in our culture. You know, early to
Were
rise.
you born at night or in the morning? Do you know?
I was born at night, late at night.
Were you?
Yeah.
I was born in the morning.
Huh, maybe there's something to that.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't like the time of day you were born?
I don't know.
Bad memories of that time of day?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah.
So
we haven't done a morning show in forever.
No, we
We missed Halloween,
right.
which was awesome, and we didn't get to do
But
a
we
morning
did the
show.
staff
We did do the
costume
staff thing,
party, so
yeah.
there was a thing there. We're going to talk about Thanksgiving.
Yes, okay.
So,
Because that's this week.
Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday.
It's my least
Absolutely favorite.
favorite.
Oh!
I don't know.
Oh, that's un-American.
You know what I want to do? I want to look up the history of Thanksgiving because I feel like we celebrate Thanksgiving as like a peace dinner, like, you know, a grateful thing and everything. But didn't we just massacre all the Indians like shortly after the dinner? I want to look this up and find out.
Oh, I'm sure.
I mean, our history is so jacked up, you know, and we celebrate things and it's kind of corrupt maybe a little bit of why we do it. Just a thought. So really,
Why are people so mean?
I mean, it's kind of crappy, I guess, if we just celebrate this holiday when we.
Well, thanks for bringing everybody down there, Shannon.
I'm gonna look it up, but I'm gonna find
I'm
out
sure it
the
was
real
terrible. It probably really celebrates a massacre. It's like, just enjoy some turkey. Yeah, I don't think too hard about these things. For me, life is like a hot dog. I just have to blank my mind to what's really going on.
Well, you know what?
And now everything's great. I'm enjoying a delicious hot dog.
Here's where I'm at. I don't want to do the
Down
normal
the
thing.
hatch, life.
I don't want to do the normal thing. I don't want to do it just because people tell me I have to do this. Screw Thanksgiving and your turkey.
Yeah!
And your turkey and your mashed potatoes and your stuffing and your pumpkin pie, because I don't like any of it. So actually,
You like turkey?
I like turkey.
You told she
I like
likes turkey and rolls and mashed potatoes.
That's it, though. Everything else.
But that's fine.
No, I have this little tiny plate and everybody's like gorging themselves with all this great food and they're like, oh, this is so good. That you spend hours upon hours making and then everybody eats it within like a half hour and then everybody's too comatose to do anything else. They just lay around. I don't know, just whatever.
I'm looking forward to it.
So I'm boycotting it this year.
Oh, okay.
We're actually doing
Mexican
Thanksgiving.
And you can tell the story of the conquistadors and the Aztecs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe we'll do that.
I'm
actually gonna
the Mexican Thanksgiving story.
So here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna look up why we celebrate Thanksgiving and the whole history on it, and I hope it's really screwed up so that when
you can find a version.
When my brother comes over, because he's really like proper and he's really upset that we're not doing like the traditional Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And so I'm hoping that I can say
You're gonna try and upset him.
a little bit.
He's proper, so you're gonna be
yeah,
improper.
well, I'm gonna be like,
just to get under
this
his skin.
is why we are not celebrating the traditional traditional Thanksgiving. It's because it's so corrupt like this, and here we're having nice.
You should bring your kids out dressed as like Indians,
right?
And then when they turn around, there's like a knife in their back or something like that.
That would be pretty awesome.
I don't know.
No, it would be awesome. It's kind of corrupt.
I'm sorry, folks, for how inflammatory Shannon has made this morning show.
No, I haven't at all. I'm an American. I love America sometimes. There's a lot of screwed up things that go along
Wow, this is not getting better.
It is. It's fine.
Blue Table Painting Incorporated does not endorse the views expressed in this interview.
Oh boy. I'm still celebrating Thanksgiving. We're just doing a Mexican thing. So we're having turkey, enchiladas, and we're having, tacos, and I don't know. It'll be different.
Turkey tacos?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so we're still
really
throwing that in there, so yeah.
My wife is an awesome cook, and she's a homemaker and loves all the traditional family stuff. Yeah. And like she's got Thanksgiving decorations up all over the house. Every holiday has like she puts stickers on the windows. Right. She decorates the front porch. She does all that homey stuff. And the first year that we were married, I get home from college, and in our little apartment, there's a full-on Thanksgiving spread there. Right. And I'm like, who's coming over? What's going on? She's like, oh no, this is all for you. And I'm like, alrighty then. And that's when I realized that she was into cooking. So yeah, Tammy's gonna spontaneously do this entire.
And you guys are just staying home though, right? You're not.
Yeah, this year we're not going anywhere, and I don't think relatives are coming over. We might have a few, and we're just going to take it easy and let it all just happen, however it happens. I have a feeling we're going to do less cooking, and by we I mean she.
Well, I think it's hard when you have kids though. Like that's my hardest thing is everybody wants you to travel, and then you got the kids, and you got nap times, and you got what I mean. They get tired and stuff.
Well, it's not a vacation. It's just it's more. You got to get home and like recover from taking your kids somewhere. Right. Absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, I'm keeping it super simple, and not like I do anything anyway. And traditional Gately dish is yams with brown sugar with marshmallows on top, baked. Yeah, delicious. Oh yeah, add with butter.
So I have another party coming up.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'm really excited.
Do.
So my mother just recently, last year, got married. And so now we have kind of like the Brady Bunch scenario, except we're all older, so we don't live together or anything. But so there's a lot of older kids now. So I got another brother and sister. So every year we do a Brady Bunch Christmas party. So we do it like sometimes around Christmas. So this year we're doing a mustache themed party. Okay. So everybody has to come dressed up in a mustache of some sort, and it's retarded. I have so many mustache games, and it's pretty fun now. So we're doing a mustache party.
That's fantastic. That's really neat. I'm all for breaking tradition. Oh, I had a revelation yesterday, and it spontaneously came out. Absolutely fantastic. So in my household, if Tammy says no to the kids, and then the child comes to me, and I say, yeah, Mom probably shouldn't have said no. So I know she said no, but I go ahead and just say yes. Okay. Tammy then comes to me. Well, hold on, let me get through the story. Tammy comes to me, she's like, don't undermine me. Stick with what I'm doing. So we had that discussion. I'm like, you know what? You're right. They need to learn that that's how it is. That if one parent says one thing, the other parent should come along and be like, yeah, it's going to be a different way. So my son, we're all standing in the kitchen, and my 7-year-old son reaches for. He said, Dad, can I have some of this candy? And I'm like, yes, you can. I answered really quick. And so I turned to Tammy and I'm like, and don't you dare undermine my decision. So yes, that's what I'm doing, is I'm saying yes to the kids really quick and then just be like, yeah, I'm sorry, that's what I said.
That's
so
horrible,
don't go against what I'm saying. That way, because we got to have a united front. And she's like, can I talk to you in private, please?
I don't see this working out well for you for very long.
Well, the real truth is you need to discuss, as parents, you have to discuss policy. And makes a lot of those decisions just ahead of time. And yeah, if you think the other person has not done the right thing, or you want to intercede on behalf of the child, whatever it is. And this goes both ways, because there are times where I'm just like, yeah, this is this is not happening.
Right.
But you got to do that in private.
Right.
And then that way the kids don't learn to go to the other parents. So I usually check when they come ask me for something. I'm like, did your mother already give you an answer for this?
Yeah.
You know, because you have to have that united front.
Right. So I don't feel with any of that. The
But,
choice of being a single parent.
Yeah.
I can make all the decisions and it doesn't matter.
Unilaterally. The joy, did you say joys of being a single parent?
You gotta have some in there, right? You
guess
gotta
so.
look at like
It's
the
an advantage.
glass half full, right?
Decision making is a lot more simplified.
Yeah, definitely.
So Willow's going through her stage where she's pretending to be animals. And your kids didn't do that? They do.
No, Allie was a dog for a while, and I'd have to get her like a bowl and put it on the floor.
Yeah, they want to get
she would
cat
drink
food
water,
or whatever
right?
it is.
Yeah. Now she's a princess though, so
That's a nice
twirls
change.
around the house, and yeah.
So we take Willow to primary at church, and she.
What kind of animal is she?
And by the way, disclaimer: I'm not pretending any sort of goodness or virtue there. So anyway, she's an owl. So I take her into primary. I'm like, Willow couldn't make it today. This is Sunny the owl. And there's Willow in her little yellow dress, and she's going, ooh, 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 ooh. And apparently she was a very good owl all during primary.
She just
So I gotta pick her up, and she like flaps out.
Oh my gosh, that's actually really cute.
Just like that is absolutely fantastic. And she's got it scripted out. She tells me, she goes up, she's like, Dad, tell Griffin that you have a new pet owl. And I'm like, hey Griffin, look at my new pet owl.
How funny.
And yeah.
So does everybody kind of play along in the house?
Oh yeah, we totally play along.
Right.
Totally play along.
Cute.
Completely 100% with the role plays. Absolutely hilarious. So yeah, if I could have found some dead mice, I would have put them on a plate and been like, here's your owl's dinner. I'm kidding. Of course I wouldn't have done
gross.
that. That is
She
gross.
needs an owl costume though.
Yeah, that'd be pretty funny. Oh, other huge news. Hyperdrive is on YouTube. British space comedy. I love that show. Absolutely fantastic.
I've never heard of it.
It's a British space comedy,
Okay.
basically.
You know, I've never.
With Nick Frost.
I haven't liked a lot of the shows. There was that one, the IT Crowd,
Yeah.
that I showed you.
Yeah, you
Love
introduced
that
me to
one.
that.
But yeah, I haven't gotten into a lot of the other British
Yeah,
comedies.
there you go. So anyway, that's what I did this weekend. To watch a whole lot of YouTube. I think my kids will be like, when they think back on me, they'll be like, Mommy, was Daddy sick? Because he was in bed all the time watching TV. Yeah, that's right. Hopefully they'll block out everything except for the good and fun parts.
Yeah. Kids don't really do that.
Wow.
I only remember the tragic parts, it seems like.
What? No. I remember the good parts and have blocked out the bad parts.
Really?
Actually don't remember them.
I think I'm opposite.
I remember sitting at a cafe with my mother. I'm aged like 38. And she's like, let me tell you the tale. And she tells me just the whole thing of like my life story. And I realized I've blocked out at least half.
Wow.
Yep.
You're good at that,
That I
though.
don't
I'm not very
remember.
good at that.
Yeah, well, it's a blessing and a curse.
Right.
That I'm a bit of a goldfish.
He's
Not
good
a
at
bit.
it.
I literally can't remember. And
We've recently started, I'm taking notes now in our meetings,
yes,
and
you
I'm
have to.
emailing them to him so that he remembers what we chatted about.
I do remember some, well, and it has, people are like, yeah, Sean, I'm going to be out this week. And I'm like, what? You're going to be out? And I'm sure I like panic my employees because they're like, I know I asked for this time off.
You've done it to me before, and I'm like, Sean, I told you about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got to write stuff down. And that's how Tammy and I get along.
Post-its all over
If
your
she
house?
doesn't know, if she doesn't email me and have some kind of written proof that we had plans that night,
Right.
it didn't happen. That was not a thing.
Oh,
Because otherwise, and I suspect, pretty close to knowing, come on in, that she has on at least Sarah. Okay.
Oh, keep that ever again.
That's the laser show.
Oh boy.
Wide beam.
Do you see what I work with every day? And this is me before 11, so I'm like, oh my
So
gosh.
it's, I'm pretty sure Tammy on at least a few occasions has actually not told me that something was happening.
Right.
but that she has said, yes, I told you. And since I couldn't countermand it, I'm like, okay. So most of the time I'm just like, yeah, that sounds like me.
Yeah.
I probably would have said that.
Yeah.
And yeah, we gotta write stuff down. But it is a blessing because I don't remember typically bad things
Have you
people
always been like this? I mean,
A space cadet? Yeah, an absolute space cadet.
Because I'm wondering if you're not like early stages Alzheimer's or anything.
I think it's, well, you look at humans, well, guess what? Those brains inside are all wired notably differently.
Right.
People have different types of learning.
Right.
I'm a very poor auditory learner.
Right.
Can't focus on what you're saying. But I'm an excellent reading learner.
Which makes
I'll remember what I've
awesome.
read. Yeah, well, as long as I'm talking most of the time, it works.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
See, then only you guys got to remember what I said.
Yeah. This is why he does so many videos, by the way, so that he remembers. He can go back and be like, oh yeah, that's what's happening.
Well,
Just kidding.
the huge advantage is that I don't remember the bad things.
Yeah.
I'm extremely forgiving, and I just don't register things for very long.
I have a really bad short-term memory.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why. Just like people will be like, oh, do you remember when this happened? I was like, I wasn't there. And they're like, yeah, you were there. And they'll show me pictures. I'm like, what?
That's awesome.
It's kind of bad.
Well, your brain actually does have a chemical that, I can't remember what the name of it is, but your brain is wired to actually block out most of the information. Like, you can't remember everything from every single day with photographic memory because you would go crazy.
Right.
And in order to survive, a survival mechanism is being able to pick out the pertinent information and bring it to the forefront of your mind. And everything else is either stored away or blacked out or erased, I don't know what.
Right.
But the fact is, you can't remember. Like, you couldn't tell me for the last 20 days what you wore each day. Start 20 days ago and tell me what you wore 20 days ago exactly. And then the next day, what was it? And then the next day, what was it? What did you eat? Where were you? What did you say to people? I'm sure there are humans that do operate that way and have that memory, savants or whatever. But yeah, it's a survival mechanism to block out information that's not pertinent, which is why I can't remember my anniversary. No, I'm kidding. Actually, that is pertinent information.
You remember that one.
I remember anniversaries, and I remember the birthdays of my kids. But that's about it.
That's as far as it goes.
Yeah.
I don't remember extended families. I have to actually have that on a calendar. And lovely Facebook reminds you when those birthdays are coming up, so that helps a lot.
Good old Facebook.
Yeah. So.
All right, well, I think that's probably good for a morning show.
Yeah,
what do you
I
say?
think so too.
All right, hey, thanks a lot.
Good.
Shannon's like, let's do a morning show. Oh, yeah. That's good. I'm always
I realize we haven't done one in like a month.
Oh, by the way, we are open over the holidays, except Thanksgiving proper and Christmas
I
proper.
gotta cook me some Mexican food, so.
Otherwise, I'm available via email. We're still setting up projects, and we're going.
Yep, and we want everybody to have a great Thanksgiving.
Yes,
even though I said all those horrible things about Thanksgiving, it's a great tradition. And
between us, we represent the population of people who
So.
are so hot on it and people who think it's awesome.
Yeah. So have a good Thanksgiving. Everybody be safe and travel safe and all that fun stuff that you do.